Cody Roberts leads us to the green lights for the first heat of the Legend cars. They're 1, 2, 3, 4 wide down into turn number 1 the first time. Roberts will still lead. Ken Melvin moves into second place. Russell Siri in the blue car moves up to third. Back in fourth place is car number 20, Greg Joss. Big move coming around the outside would be from Paul Joss in car number 19. Down the main straight, there's still 4 wide down into Cardinals Corner. The Legend cars led by Ken Melvin from Cody Roberts. West Australian champion is making great progress as well. Travis Gould has made his way up to third place. So they come out of Palmer's Corner and back into the main straight. Ken Melvin leads. Here comes Gould up into second. Roberts back to third. Paul Joss is fourth. Just a little bit dry down there in Cardinals Corner. Certainly not that at the other end, which is in shade. But it's Ken Melvin who leads this time around. There'll be 5 laps to go. Big move there by Paul Joss. Moves into second place. Gould back to third. Roberts, the 23 car right there as well. Russell Siri, Robbie Treneman in the 84. Greg Joss and Phil Gould in car number 10. Paul Joss is starting to motor now in the 19 car out of turn number 4. Ken Melvin leads, but the margin is down now to 1.3 seconds. And Joss is coming on at a rate of knots. Gould in third place has been dropped off. Roberts fourth as they run down the back straight once again. And Paul Joss will be with our race leader in not too long a distance. 3 to go for Ken Melvin. Joss in second place. Back in third is Travis Gould. And then a big gaggle of cars. Robbie Treneman's moved up to fourth in the 84. Then Cody Roberts has gone back to fifth. Phil Nichols. And then we've got the 20 car further back. 2 to go. It's a race in 2. Down the main straight. 20, of course, is Greg Joss. Now he's made up a couple of spots. There's plenty of positional changes in this first Legend car race. But there's 1 to go, and they're door handle to door handle for this final lap. Melvin and Paul Joss dive down into Cardinals Corner. Melvin on the outside, Paul Joss on the inside. It's a drag race down the KJB back straight. Paul Joss takes the lead, and Paul Joss is going to prevail in the first of the Legend cars this afternoon. Car number 19 defeats Ken Melvin, who had a very big lead. Back then to Travis Gould in 1. Fourth is Robbie Treneman. Then Greg Joss, Roberts, Nichols, and the 23 car at the tail of the field of Russell Siri rounds out the field. Heat number 1 of the Legend cars goes the way of heat number 2 now of the Legend cars, with car number 12 on pole, Ben Boyd. Will lead them out of turn number 4. With him, Steve Barrow in car 16. Second row, Brendan Radford. As we go green. 77 of Wayne Campbell there as well. As they move into turn number 1 and 2, the first time past the beach umbrella over there on the turn number 2. The corporates doing the right thing. Very warm afternoon here, still over 30 degrees as they come into the main straight to complete lap number 1. Ben Boyd leads from Brendan Radford, Steve Barrow, Wayne Campbell. Then there's a gap to the second 4, headed up by Olivia Ferraro, Ricky Lee Beard, Baron Cox. And at the tail of the field, we have one other car, which is Glenn Davis. Down the main straight we come. Boyd, Radford, Barrow, and the 77 of Wayne Campbell are clear. They run 1, 2, 3 and 4 at this stage. Back then to Ricky Lee Beard in 5th place as Radford's getting busy on the back end of our race leader Ben Boyd. 5 to go. Radford now comes up on the outside. Can he hold it there? Boyd is able to fight back on the inside. Steve Barrow still third. And Wayne Campbell in the 77 runs in 4th place. Up into Palmer's. They'll come out of 4 into the main straight with 4 down and 4 to go. It is still Ben Boyd. Radford has another crack. Just lost a little bit of drive out there. Back in 3rd, Barrow. 4th place, Wayne Campbell. Ricky Lee Beard is starting to gather some momentum. It's catching the lead 4 cars. As we come out of Palmer's corner and complete another lap, 3 to run. Boyd from Radford from Barrow. Back then to Campbell, Ricky Lee Beard. And the last 3, Olivia Ferraro, Baron Carks and Glenn Davis. So, up into Palmer's again. Our race leader is still car 12, Ben Boyd. Leads heat 2 of the Legend cars. Down the main straight, Radford all over the back bumper. 5 car lengths back to Steve Barrow, Wayne Campbell, Ricky Lee Beard, then Ferraro, Carks, and at the tail, car number 9 of Glenn Davis. Morgan Melvin about to get busy with the white flag. There's 1 to go. Radford comes up again on the outside of Boyd. So Ben Boyd still in front. Radford goes round the outside on this final lap, just like Paul Joss did in the last race. Here comes the 77 of Campbell underneath the Barrow. That's for 3rd and 4th. But Legend car heat number 2 goes to Brendan Radford from Boyd. Campbell is 3rd. 4th across the line was Steve Barrow. Then back to Ricky Lee Beard in the 57. Olivia Ferraro in 25. Then Baron Carks in 72. And Glenn Davis has spun the model out over on turn number 2 on the last lap and will fail to complete the distance. What's the Legend cars? So the West Australian champion Travis Gould on the front row. With him is Paul Joss. As we go green. Travis Gould looking for a dry run down low on the racetrack. There's about a 2-car width strip that didn't get watered down low, and he found it, but Joss has gone around the outside, and Ken Melvin had moments where he thought he could go between the pair of them, and he's back there in 3rd place. Greg Joss is 4th and Robbie Treneman 5th as they move down the main straight. 1 lap down. Paul Joss the leader. Back in 2nd place, Travis Gould, then Kenny Melvin, Greg Joss, then Rob Treneman, Russell Siri, Phil Nichols and Cody Roberts rounds out the 8. Into the main straight we come. So Joss leads. 2nd place is Travis Gould. Ken Melvin right behind him. Greg Joss is 4th. And then back in 5th place, it's Robbie Treneman as Ken Melvin makes a big move here on the outside coming out of Palmer's corner and makes it stick. Down the main straight, Melvin's got the wick wound up on the 42 car. The margin at the moment's 1.6 seconds back to, Melvin whacks it into the wall. Yellow lights come on, the wheel falls off, right into the pit gate. Tow truck's on its way. Something broke there on the 42 car. It come out of turn number 2 and straight into the concrete. This is heat number 3 of the Legend cars, event number 12. If you do want to send through a message, incidentally, the text line has been open. We just haven't publicised it. 0428 211 484, 0428 211 484. If you want to send through a message who you're supporting, any comments you want to pass on. Out of Palmer's corner we come. We're back underway as we've gone green. Around the cone. Paul Joss leads from Travis Gould. Greg Joss, Robbie Treneman. Back then to Russell Siri, Phil Nichols and Cody Roberts. So we're halfway home, 4 down and 4 to go. Joss leads from Travis Gould. Now Gould doesn't let Joss get away this time. Joss does have a very quick car number 19. Last time around was a 21-0. Same speed that Jake Lehman was doing in the junior sedans earlier on. That's how quick he was going. So Paul Joss, 20.548 this time around. Gould in second, Greg Joss third. Back to Robbie Treneman in fourth place. Russell Siri, Phil Nichols and Cody Roberts. They start to spread themselves out. There'll be 2 to go next time around. And Paul Joss does a 20.7. So lap number 5 was the quick lap of the race. Got 1.5 laps left to go. Joss from Gould, from Greg Joss. Back then to the 84 of Robbie Treneman. And then the 23 of Russell Siri, Phil Nichols and Cody Roberts with 1 lap to go. Down into turn number 1 for the last time. And Paul Joss in car number 19 won the opening heat. He's going to win heat number 3 as well. So he comes out of turn number 4, reaches the checkered flag. Third will go to Greg Joss from Robbie Treneman. Russell Siri is next. Phil Nichols and Cody Roberts in car number 78. And Kenny Melvin, unfortunately, hit the fence over there in turn number 2. So the win goes to Paul Joss. He defeats Travis Gould and Greg Joss, your first 3. 1 more heat of legend cars to come, which will be event number 13. Still 32.2 degrees here in Collie. As we get set for a restart, away we go. Ricky Lee Beard takes the lead. Back in second place is the 77 car of Wayne Campbell. They are 3 wide out of turn number 2. Stephen Barrow moves up to third. Ferraro to fourth. Radford now into 5th place. Ricky Lee Beard leads. And Campbell back in third position at this stage, Steve Barrow. Radford comes under Ferraro. Back to Karks in 6th place, then Ben Boyd and Glenn Davis. Now they're nearly 3 wide for third. Down the main straight, Ricky Lee Beard from Campbell, from Barrow, from Radford. Back in 5th place, Olivia Ferraro, Boyd, Karks and Glenn Davis rounds them out. Up into Palmer's corner, Ricky Lee Beard holds a 1.4 second advantage. Wayne Campbell has taken 0.2 of a second out of that lead on that last lap. They're well clear of Stephen Barrow, Brendan Radford. Radford coming underneath of Barrow, that's for third and fourth. So Radford moves up to third, Barrow back to fourth. Ferraro's under pressure from Ben Boyd as our leader has 4 to go. And the margin now is 0.7. So Wayne Campbell is really close to the gap on Ricky Lee Beard. So Ricky's still out in front. Ricky Lee leads from Wayne Campbell, but it's down to a couple of car lengths. So come out of turn number 4 and back into the main straight. 3 to go. The margin is now 0.3 of a second. Radford, Barrow, Ferraro, Boyd, then Karks, and the last car running is Glenn Davis. As they go up into the top turn once again, Ricky Lee Beard has led from the outset. There'll be 2 to go this time around. So Ricky Lee Beard from Wayne Campbell, Radford, Barrow, and then Ferraro, Boyd, Karks, and the last car running is Glenn Davis. But it is a race in 2. Can Wayne Campbell find a way past Ricky Lee Beard with 1 lap to go? And I tell you what, flying home is the 70 of Brendan Radford. Might just get the pair of them. Down the back straight they go for the final time. Ricky Lee Beard still in front in this last heat of the legend cars. Campbell is there, Radford not far behind. That is probably the way they're going to finish though. It is. Campbell very happy in second place. Radford third, Barrow is fourth. Boyd is next, then Ferraro. And then Karks in car number 72. And the last car is car number 9 of Glenn Davis. Ricky Lee Beard wins by 0.421 of a second from Wayne Campbell and Brendan Radford in heat number 4. But I watched as Wayne Campbell went across the line. He was pumped with finishing in second place. Brendan Radford third. All about set to go in the main event for the Legend Cars. Away we run. Brendan Radford didn't get the best of the start. He's gone back to third. It's Paul Joss who leads in the early going. So run down the back straight. Back then to Travis Gould in second place. Out of turn number 4, complete lap number 1 of 30. Ricky Lee Beard third, Greg Joss. Back then to the 77 of Wayne Campbell. Radford has gone back to 6th place. Then Ben Boyd, Stephen Barrow. After that, Kenny Melvin has only passed one car so far. But he'll get another crack because we've got yellow lights on. The car at the back of the field has spun. Next time around we'll be going green again. 29 to go. Joss, Gould, Ricky Lee Beard, Greg Joss. 77 Wayne Campbell, Brendan Radford. Ben Boyd is on the next row with Stephen Barrow. Olivia Ferraro is there in 9th with Russell Siri. Baron Carks is on the next row with Phil Nichols. Then Cody Roberts, Ken Melvin, and the 9 of Glenn Davis. 29 laps to go in the Legend Car main event, event number 20. Just the Street Stock and Production Sedan events to finish off the season. All about set to go. Here's the restart. Green lights are on. Greg Joss leads them back to the greens. Gould in second place. Ricky Lee Beard is third. 4th place is Wayne Campbell. Greg Joss has gone back to 5th. Boyd is 6th, then Radford. Back in 8th place is Steve Barrow. Olivia Ferraro, then Phil Nichols is up in the top 10. One car has been hung out to dry, that is car number 20. And that's Greg Joss, who's gone back a few spots. And Kenny Melvin still second last in the 84. So they're Indian file now. Gould, the West Australian champion, up behind Paul Joss. Out of Palmer's corner they come, complete lap number 3. Ricky Lee Beard is third. 77 Wayne Campbell. Back behind them it's Ben Boyd and Brendan Radford. 7th place is Greg Joss by himself. There's a battle for 8th and 9th, Steve Barrow and Phil Nichols. And back in 10th place would be Russell Siri. So the West Australian champion has not allowed Paul Joss to get away. It's 2 car lengths between first and second as they run down the back straight once again. 3rd place Ricky Lee Beard under pressure from Wayne Campbell in the 77. 5th place still that of Ben Boyd from Brendan Radford. So it's a race in 2 for first, race in 2 for third, race in 2 for 5th. 25 laps to go. The West Australian champion Travis Gould all over the back end of Paul Joss as they go up into Palmer's corner yet again. 6 down and 24 to go in the main event for Legend Cars. 3rd is still Ricky Lee Beard. 4th is Wayne Campbell. A gap to Ben Boyd and Brendan Radford, and closing the gap on them is Greg Joss in 7th place. They're now coming up to lap traffic. The first of those will be car number 9 of Glenn Davis, and then it'll be Olivia Ferraro. This is a chance for Travis Gould to make some sort of an impact. Down the back straight they go. Either side of Davis they go. Both of them have gone under Ferraro as they come out of Palmer's and complete lap number 8. 22 remain. Ricky Lee Beard still third. Campbell fourth. Boyd and Radford side by side for fifth and sixth. Then back to Greg Joss, and then a long gap back to a group of 4 cars. Barrow, Nichols, Siri and Kenny Melvin in that group. As our leaders are back with us again. Third and fourth are in traffic, which involves some lap cars. In fact, the lap cars are everywhere at the moment. Third place now is Wayne Campbell. Got past Ricky Lee Beard. The 12 car of Ben Boyd's through to fifth. And 6 is Radford. Here's our leaders through again. 10 down, 20 to go. No change in the top 6, but Brendan Radford starting to get busy on the outside of Ben Boyd for fifth. Next cars to be lapped will be the 78 of Cody Roberts and Baron Karts in car number 72. They're 13th and 12th respectively. And just looking ahead of them, there's a wall of cars. There's 6 of them here in the main straight, all locked together. As they come up on these lap cars, Roberts and Karts. Third place is Wayne Campbell. Has dropped off Ricky Lee Beard, Ben Boyd and Brendan Radford. Radford now up to fifth, fighting on the outside of Ricky Lee Beard for fourth. Our leaders are back with us again. There's 2 lap cars between first and second. Karks and Roberts are between our leader, Paul Joss and Travis Gould, as they make their way down the back straight. Gould gets underneath of Roberts. Back to 1 lap car now between first and second. Third is Wayne Campbell. Ricky Lee Beard is fourth, then Radford fifth. Then Ben Boyd is sixth. Greg Joss seventh. Further back to Stephen Barrows by himself. Phil Nichols is ninth. And Ken Melvin now up into the top 10. We've got 16 laps to go, nearing the halfway mark. Our leader is coming out of Palmer's Corner. 15 down and 15 to go for Paul Joss, our race leader. Second is car 1, Travis Gould. Here is the third place car, Wayne Campbell. As Gould is in second place, trying to mow down a leader, but he's about 70 or 80 metres behind now as they come out of Palmer's Corner. Past the halfway mark, 14 to go. Gould goes around the outside of Davis in car number 9. Fourth place is still up for dispute between Ricky Lee Beard and Brendan Radford. Side by side out of Cardinals Corner. Radford gets the job done, moves to fourth. Here's our leader, back with us once again. He's 4.2 seconds ahead of Travis Gould. Third place is still that of Wayne Campbell in the orange car 77. Radford fourth, and back then to Ricky Lee Beard and Ben Boyd. Here's our leader. He's got 5 cars here to get past. This might be the chance for Travis Gould to make some sort of inroads. He gets past Russell Siri. He's now up behind Phil Nichols, who is in 10th place. Into the main straight he comes. Second place is Travis Gould. Needs for Joss to be held up. Joss still hasn't got past Nichols, and once he does, he's still got to get past Barrow and Ken Melvin and Greg Joss as well. So he hasn't been able to do that. The margin has been cut by 0.6 of a second. Joss still stuck behind Phil Nichols as they run down the back straight. He gets underneath of Nichols. He's now past the car in 10th place. He's now up behind Steve Barrow. Passing flag comes out again. 9 laps to go, and the margin has been cut back to 3 seconds now. Down the back straight he goes, underneath the Barrow. Will he get underneath of Greg Joss? No, he doesn't. He's still not past him. Travis Gould is closing the gap. There's heavy traffic for our leader. The margin is down now to 1.9 seconds. Oh, look at Gould coming now. There's 3 lap cars between them. Will Gould go the outside? 3 lap cars between first and second. Into the main straight with 7 to go. Paul Joss up there on the outside of Greg Joss. Gets past him now. Gould has to try and do the same. He's up behind Nichols. He's up behind Barrow and also Greg Joss. He gets around Nichols. He gets around Greg Joss. There's 6 to go in the A main for Legend Cars. Third place still Wayne Campbell. Radford closing the gap on him for third. Up into Palmer's corner. 5 to go for our race leader. Paul Joss and Travis Gould. Joss up behind the 16 car of Steve Barrow. Hasn't been able to get past him. Passing flag out again. 4 laps to go. Gould is close enough. A lap car between first and second, and 5 car lengths between first and second period. Barrow is off the curb. Here comes Gould, trying to get underneath. He does. He closes again. Passing flag comes out again. Oh, this is not over yet. Davis is in there. There's a car length between first and second. 2.5 laps left to go. The West Australian champion has come back from the dead to close the gap now to 2 car lengths. Out of Palmer's corner they come. 2 laps to go. The 19 and the 1 to duke this one out to the finish. Third place is Bradford. He's got past Wayne Campbell. Down the back straight they run. White flag to come out this time around. 1 lap to go for Paul Joss. As they go down into turn 1. Gould in second place. Back in third place is Radford and then Wayne Campbell. But he's going to hang on and resist all the challenges. Put your hands together for Collie's Paul Joss, who wins the main event. Paul Joss takes the win. Travis Gould second. Brendan Radford is third, just ahead of car 77, Wayne Campbell. Fifth place will be Ricky Lee Beard, just ahead of Ken Melbourne. Ben Boyd is next. After that, it's Russell Siri, Stephen Barrow, Phil Nichols, Greg Joss, Baron Cux, Cody Roberts, and Glenn Davis and Olivia Ferraro. They all started, they all finished. But Paul Joss is your victor. In car number 19, defeats Travis Gould. And third home is Brendan Radford in the main event for the Legend Cars. $19, 1 and 70 in the Legend Car main event. Paul Joss has effectively led all the way. They all started, they all finished. Olivia Ferraro, who finished in last place, was 3 laps down, as was Glenn Davis. Cody Roberts, Baron Cux, Greg Joss, Phil Nichols, Steve Barrow and Russell Siri were a lap down. And here's their winner, Paul Joss. Put your hands together for him. Car number 19 wins the Legend Car main event. Second is car 1, Travis Gould. And Brendan Radford needs a push. Got himself mobile. 19, 1 and 70 in the third last race of the night. Put your hands together for him as he comes around. Legend cars really getting big in numbers now at the West Australian title in Western Australia this year. Aussie title in Bunbury, the West Australian title here. This man was in the thick of it right throughout. He wins tonight. It's Paul Joss in car number 19. Street stock main event, over 40 laps coming up now. The Thompson Auto Parts Street Stock Classic.
Alright, we'll kick it off. Legend cars have become a bit of a staple for us through KJB, or Kyle and Ricky, and their supporting fraternity. Greg Johnson family from Collie Bin Hire, and Ken Melvin and Melvin family. Big supporters of the Legend cars, and it's good to see. We're averaging 15, 16 cars when we run the 4 shows for the year, 5 or something, so thank you very much. Third place tonight for Legend cars, Brendan. Brendan?
Yes, you do. Okay, thank you. It was a great night to finish up at Collie Speedway. They've always, been so welcoming to Legend cars to come here and race. And thanks to the Joss family, the Beard family, and Ken. And thank you.
Second place, Travis Gould.
Yes, Ravi.
Likes Collie, I think.
I do. Much better than last year anyway, because the presiding race last year, I got disqualified, black flagged and crashed my car. So much better position today. Look, thank you Collie Speedway for the season. You've been absolutely amazing. I have to thank my wife. I never thank her enough, so I know she's not here, but thank you to my wife Kerry, and thank you to Ben and Lisa, who come every week, and we travel together and basically do everything with racing cars together. So it's been absolutely an amazing season, and thank you to the volunteers that turn up every meet and do what you do. Can't do it without you. Thank you.
And that latest one, first place tonight, 30 grueling laps, Paul Joss.
First of all, thanks to the club, all the volunteers for doing what they do to get this happening. The track was meant for us, thank you very much. All the competitors who come, it was mint racing, clean, fast. It was, all the work paid off. Working all last night till 12 o'clock, getting the motor together and all that, but thanks to everyone, all the sponsors, cheers.